Good morning, students. Yesterday we had completed till enterprise resource planning. Today we'll be continuing from there. That is, the next one is online analytical processing. Online analytical processing stands for OLAP. Now, OLAP processing is what? Online analytical processing is a capability. It's a capability wherein management, where capability of management, decision support, and executive information systems enable managers to analyze the data and examine and manipulate means making changes into large amount of details, and consolidate means to cut down into structures as well as from many perspectives. Now that is just not one information or one data, there can be n number of data divided, and basically analytical operations include consolidation, drill down, and slicing dicing. So what is consolidation? This involves the aggregation of data. Aggregation means aggregate data overall is being given in consolidation. It can be simple roll-ups or complex groupings involving interrelated data. For example, sales office can be rolled up to districts and districts rolled up to regions. Yes, when we say we have a number of industries connected to sub industries, if I take one component together and roll up it as one particular component, it can be called as interrelated data, and a roll up, that is combining that subdivision and division into one, that can be done into consolidation. Next is drill down. OLAP can go in the reverse direction and automatically display detailed data that comprises consolidated data. Now as we merged it, we can unmerge as well as we can go in any direction, that is division to subdivision or subdivision to division, that is called as drilling down. That is, a region can have sales, and which sales is related to which region can both be compared. Slicing dicing. Now when we talk about slicing is cutting off and dicing is placing it off. So for that, this refers to the ability to look at the database with different viewpoints. For example, one slice of database might show all sales of a product within regions. Another slice may show all sales of sales channel by allowing rapid alternative perspectives. Slicing and dicing allows managers to isolate the information of interest for decision making. Yes, whenever we require to make any decision in the organization, for that it helps the managers to slice down the data, to cut off the data into pieces of organization, so that analysis can be made on their perspective. Alternative perspectives also can be taken into consideration for taking decisions in decision support management. As well as database cutting down here means dividing the data. This is not removing the data. So this is how your online analytical processing data looks like. There is corporate database, OLAP server. OLAP is analyzing online data for different perspectives, and they have different levels, that is consolidation, drill down, and slicing dicing. Next is intelligent agents. Intelligent agent, AI, is a software surrogate that fulfills a stated need or activity. Whichever information is required, it will surrogate, adapt a particular utility to that particular person. Intelligent agent uses built-in and learned knowledge about how an end user behaves or in answer to posted questions. Yes, if a user is asking me a question on particular website, I need to answer it according to the user needs. So intelligent agent has an perspective that it will have an built-in knowledge about the system, as well as a learned knowledge about how the user is going to ask a question and how I have to answer it over a website. So for that, to implement a software solution such as design of a presentation template, spreadsheet to solve a specific problem of interest to the end user. IAS, that is intelligent agents, can be grouped into two categories. First is user interface agents, and second one is information management agents. So when I talk about user interface agents, I have interface tutors, that is who will guide me for interface, a particular user interface, how to use it. You have F1 for help in your system. Likewise, you have helping agent when you actually deal with the user interface. Presentation agents, then you have network navigation agents, role playing agents. These are the categories of user interface agents. When I talk about information management agents, I have interface tutors, presentation agents according to user interface, and in the information agents I have search agents, information brokers, as well as information filters. Now next is expert systems, knowledge base, factual knowledge, heuristics, inference engine, and user interface. So this is next, that is after intelligent agents I have next, that is expert systems. How do they work? Expert systems, an expert system is a knowledge based system. It's again a knowledge based, it's not information based. It's knowledge based information system that uses knowledge about a specific complex application area to act as an expert consultant to end user. Yes, somewhere if a user requires a help in a particular complex area of a particular website, expert systems can help into it. The components of expert system include knowledge base. A knowledge base contains knowledge needed to implement the task. The two basic types of knowledge are factual knowledge and heuristics. Next is inference engine. An inference engine provides the expert system with its reasoning capabilities. The inference engine processes the knowledge related to a specific problem. Inference engine will not give a complex problem help, it will give a specific problem help itself, and then it makes associations and inferences resulting in recommended courses of action. It will take certain actions related to the problem of the user. Next is user interface. User interface is normal with which the user is going to interact. It will, if it has any problems, it will encode the problem with the expert system. So this is how your major application categories are of expert system. Then first is decision management, diagnostics and troubleshooting, maintenance and scheduling, design and configuration, selection, classification, process monitoring, control. So these are the levels in which your major application categories of expert system work. So the next is, after expert system, the next criteria is managing the IS function, the IT organization information system function. The IT organization structure has radically changed in last few years. IT technology is growing and it is changing a lot in the coming years. So that is the shift towards decentralized information system teams and decentralized information system management, evident in 1980s and 90s, has recently been replaced a return to centralized control and management of IS resource. A lot of changes have been taken. The 1980s and 1990s technologies have now replaced with centralized support without any decentralization. Then this has resulted in the development of hybrid organization structure. Yes, you have a combination of both, that is hybrid, that is centralized as well as decentralized elements. Some companies have spun off their information system organization into subsidiaries or business units. Now these information systems have been taken as subsidiaries or business unit. Different business units have been kept into consideration. Now when we talk about this, application development, human resource management and IT operation management. Now information system functions are divided into three nowadays: application development, human resource management and IT operations management. So they have their own task. You can see application development deals with system analysis, systems design, programming and system maintenance. Human resource works with information system recruiting, training, retainment programs and support staff. So application development throughout looks with the website, human resource works with the employee support, and IT operation management works with network management, production control, product support, and system performance all over the organization. That is, so these are the tasks of application development. Involves managing application programs in the e-business of IT development projects. Next is IT operations. It looks towards the support of network management, production control, everything, that is production support and everything. Human resources, again personnel, staffing, and managerial and technical recording provided. So this is your end of chapter 2, and in the next lecture, that is the tomorrow's lecture, I'll be providing you a combined assignment of chapter 1 and 2, and you have to write those questions on one paper and click a picture, and I'll provide you with a Google form with your name. You have to fill that, upload that particular assignment image on that Google form and submit it. So this is what is tomorrow's task, but giving you a prior information so that you go through both the chapters. And tomorrow I'll be providing you with the assignments. Assignment will be of 4 questions or 5 questions combining both the chapters. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the group, or if not, fill the today's attendance. Thank you.